What is going on, people? I am back for another review. And this is one of a indie comedy movie. Usually I do indie horror. Today I'm going indie comedy. This movie is called, if you couldn't tell by the title, Guffpunch. This is written or directed by Sean Beagan and Joe Duenas. It stars Sean Beagan, who pretty much is the main character. It also stars Matt Bellak, Zach Bennett, among many others. So like I said, this is more of an independent comedy. So it's a little lower budget, but it's pretty interesting. It has like almost like I don't want to say documentary, it's almost like a commentary. If you're watching a movie and you go to the special features and you get, commentary going on top of the movie, it's kind of done like that, where the movie's going along and the main character is kind of commentating throughout the movie, kind of like I don't want to say like a third person kind of deal, but pretty much that's what it is. It goes around and it's pretty much following that character's life, where he's trying to become a relevant, I guess you want to call it, stand-up comic. And it's his trials and tribulations through life, not only trying to, make it in that industry, but having life happen as that's going on as well. Sometimes stand-up comics use their life and their misfortunes in their act, but sometimes life gets too hard. In this movie, you see different things happen to him that kind of affect his comedy in different ways, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And pretty much this whole movie is pretty much him kind of living the low income, I guess you want to call it, stand-up life, where he's kind of living on his own, living with a roommate. The roommate leaves. He has to find a new place to go, kind of sleeping in his car here and there, sleeping on other people's couches. And it's pretty much him trying to fight his own mind throughout the movie, whether this is a thing he wants to do for the rest of his life, or it's kind of, now it's time to move on. He is, I think they said he was like 28 in the movie or something like that, late 20s. And it's like, am I going to live the rest of my life like this? Can I do it? Should I just, quit this and kind of just go through the rest of my life with something that I'm not passionate about? Because nowadays, pretty much what this shows you is when you have something you're passionate about, you'll do whatever it takes to follow it, follow the dream, follow your passion kind of deal. Sometimes, it's a fight between, should I do something I love, or should I do something that kind of, just makes me money and kind of live a mediocre life kind of deal. That's one of the arguments that come on do this thing. So pretty much that's what this movie is about. What I do like is, again, it's an indie movie, so it's, with indie comedy, I guess it's different than indie horror. Sometimes with indie horror, some of the stuff lacks. You'll have good acting, but you'll have, pretty bad quality, or you'll have really good quality and the acting won't be as great, or something like that in between, because you need a little bit more in a horror movie with gore and guts and whatever. In a comedy, you really don't need it. So, the quality of the movie was good. The acting was really good. I found the interaction between the people almost like, it kind of reminded me, it didn't even seem like acting. It seemed like, someone just literally took a camera and kind of went around the indie stand-up comedian circuit and just showed different groups of people talking and stuff like that. But overall, it was really, an entertaining movie. You had certain scenes I definitely enjoyed. Like there's one scene where they're in the kitchen and they're going back and forth about our main character gets beat up in the movie at one point. Not really a spoiler, but they're in the kitchen talking about that scene, and it's that was probably one of the funnier scenes. I found myself laughing out loud at that. But pretty much, like I said, it's more indie-driven, independent movie. So again, you're not going to get the greatest of lights and greatest of everything, but what they did, I don't know, the budget of the movie, before what it was definitely a fun, entertaining movie of, a stand-up comedian's life. Never have I done stand-up comedy. Probably couldn't do it myself because, again, with that, it's one of those things you have to get on stage, and I guess the audience does everything. If they dig your set and they start laughing, it makes it a little easier. If you're going and they don't laugh, or it's quiet, or they start booing, I'm sure it could be one of the worst experiences of someone's life. But for those of you who are going to become a stand-up comedian, or know what it's like, or just looking for a new kind of indie or comedy movie itself, definitely check out Guffpunch. It is available on Amazon Prime right now for free. So if you're an Amazon Prime member or user, definitely go ahead, check this one out. Again, it's free, doesn't cost anything, so check it out. If you're not an Amazon Prime member, you can check it out through there. So definitely go ahead and do it as well. Again, if you're into stand-up comedy, if you're into comedies overall, definitely check this one out. It's a little different take on it, and it's a fun ride, I guess you want to call it. So I'll leave the link to where you can watch it or purchase it, I guess you want to call it, in the link, so or in the nice little description box. So definitely check out that in there. Yeah. But anyway, check out everything else. I'll leave all the links to all my other social media sites. I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram, I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Horrormino. I'm part of the Dorkening, where if you haven't checked us out, check us out. We do interviews, we talk about dorky things, video games, movies, comic books, a whole bunch of stuff. Check us out, the Dorkening. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you're into my stuff and you want to know when I post new stuff, hit that little bell or whatever you want to call it, and you'll be notified when I do put new stuff out there. So check out Guffpunch, subscribe to my channel, check out all my other social medias, and until next time, I'll see you guys.